It's an evil world we live in.
It's the most important one. Is believe in yourself. Because everything around us convinces us not to. I'm able to look at my son. I'm able to look at my mom. I'm able to look at people I know from my past, bro. And not prove, but show them that the commitment of believing in what you want to do, it takes sacrifice and work, but it's possible, bro.
Mm-hmm. So what was the first, let's say, time you discovered music?
Ooh, you mean discover?
Yeah, like the first time where you heard something and you're like, yeah, I want to do that.
Man, that's actually a very good question, because now that I think about it, it was when I was in church and I saw how one song, and I think it was Kirk Franklin during this time, it caused the whole environment to shift emotionally. And the song was good when I listened in the car, when I listened on my own, when I was listening with my family. But when you see the way people shift and they move and feel differently from just music, you're like, okay, I want to do this.
And do you remember what age you were?
No, I don't. I just know I was younger than a teenager.
Yeah, because I know most people who are into music, there's one time you remember where you heard something and something just clicked. Like for me, I traveled a lot when I was growing up. So I remember the first time I was on a plane, I don't remember the record, but I just remember something was playing on the let's say the TV, and that was the first time I was like, yes. I don't go into music, but music has become part of my life. So you mentioned Kirk Franklin, like in the early stage. What were some of your influences you had when you were growing up?
It was always gospel from the beginning. Yeah. And then it became more hip hop when I started to listen to music while I was in school. And when I got to New York, then I got deeper into jazz. I got deeper into blues, and I got deeper into, let's say, classic old school hip hop. Because growing up, I missed that whole era. Because I wouldn't say allowed, but I wasn't introduced to it because I was kind of distant from that sound, because it was considered secular music when you're in church. You don't want to grow up listening to what the devil makes.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, in order to be a minister, in my opinion, you need to know what the people are talking about and listening to, because that's the human experience. That's how you understand the people you're talking to. If you really want to minister as a Christian and bring people to Christ, you need to know what they're feeling and understanding and listening to.
Yeah, I think I buy into that too. So I was actually going through some of your records, and when I was listening to it, I kind of sense some influence of like Jay-Z type of rapping.
I can dig that.
Right?
Yeah,
So
sure.
Jay-Z, Dr. Dre?
No.
No?
Nah, bro, because Dr. Dre is West Coast.
West Coast.
Yeah,
Oh,
I grew up from Texas to the East, so like I'm kind of distant from the West Coast, actually. I mean, you mean production-wise?
No, like style influences.
Really?
Like,
I didn't think about that.
because I was just checking and I was like the flow, the cadence.
Yeah. Okay.
It kind of gives me that vibe a bit.
Okay.
So I was expecting maybe some Dr. Dre there, but
I won't disagree, fam. What you hear, what you see is what you feel. I'm okay with that.
So, like when you want to write something, right? What's your, like, let's say, your songwriting process like? What are you thinking about? Is it what you see in the environment that you're writing, or what's in your head? Maybe some type of feelings.
Subject matter.
Subject matter, right?
Yep. The most valuable thing is the ability to take the listener from the beginning to the end and give them something unique. What I mean by that is, it doesn't matter if it's storytelling or even if it's a creative way of processing words, from poetry to rhyme to rhythm and rap. A good example is someone like Kendrick Lamar. When you listen to a song, you have only a certain amount of time, and most likely it's only 2 to 3 minutes. What can I do with words and a beat in 2 to 3 minutes to get your attention and keep your attention and allow you to enjoy that moment. Or at least experience something, even if you don't like the song.
Yeah.
How can I get you to experience something?
You know, because again, when I was listening to your records, I saw there was a lot of inspirational messaging in there.
Of course, bro.
So not just like rapping on the beat.
Of course, bro.
You know, so you usually consider this like you want to pass a specific message.
Of course, bro.
And what message like do you want to pass with your music?
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah. That's the most important one. Is believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think that's important in this day and age?
Because everything around us convinces us not to. Everything around us convinces us not to believe in ourselves, bro. It's like, nah, you're not that cool. No, I'm cool. All right? I'm cool as fuck. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, you're cool as fuck. And if we're both cool as fuck, whoever doesn't agree with us, that's their problem. Oh, you're delusional. No. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to prove it by doing what I'm good at. What is the most beautiful thing you can do as a human being? Be yourself, bro. That's hard.
That's very hard.
It's very hard, bro.
This day and age, especially with the media and situations happening.
Yeah, man.
You know, and you know, especially nowadays, it's like even the friends that we think that are close, when you tell them certain maybe you tell them certain dreams you have or visions, it's quite hard to get a positive feedback.
Of course.
But though maybe it could be your capacity that they're doubting.
Of course.
But sometimes it could be you just want that motivation, right? Just to go ahead, and it's hard to get that.
But you got to remember, doubt is still fuel. Some of the greatest people that we know and we appreciate in this existence throughout history, if they weren't doubted, maybe they wouldn't do what they did.
Yeah, that's true. I think I remember it's a saying that it's good to doubt, right? In the sense that you're not doubting yourself, you're doubting the situation.
The situation.
Right?
Thank you.
Doubting the situation, and that brings in a feeling that yes, this is something that's hard and it means something to me. Because if you don't doubt a situation that you're going into, it means that you have not really looked into the situation enough to understand what's needed from it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So talking more about your music career, would you say that you are satisfied where you are currently?
Yeah, I'm very satisfied, guys. I don't know how to explain how satisfied I am. I can give you a very clear picture. I was 22, 23 years old when I quit my 9-to-5 job, and I said to all the guys around me, who I knew very dearly, at my work selling hot dogs in Times Square, I said, guys, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to really do music. I'm 32 years old now, bro, from 23. I'm getting paid doing what I love in another country, bro.
Yeah, I think that's the
I'm
dream.
able to look at my son. I'm able to look at my mom. I'm able to look at people I know from my past, bro. And not prove, but show them that the commitment of believing in what you want to do, it takes sacrifice and work, but it's possible, bro. I'm in Poland, my nigga, and I don't speak Polish, bro. How am I successful?
That's
Come
true.
on, bro. Like, you can question all day, man, but the truth is, like,
Yeah.
it's up to God. But at the same time, God gave us a gift. He gives everyone a gift. But faith without work is dead. And what does that mean? That means it doesn't matter how much you believe. What are you doing with it, bro? I put in the work, bro.
Yeah.
My resume speaks for itself.
Yeah, that's true. Because when I was going through your videos,
Come on,
I like
man.
going through comments, right? And I could tell you, I saw so many Polish comments, and I was like,
What are you talking about?
we're
I
in
don't know.
Poland, and because mostly when I go on YouTube, if I watch any Polish content, right, of course I expect all the comments to be Polish, right? But when I was checking your videos, and I'm like, you're rapping in English.
Yep. And they got a whole lot to say in Polish.
Yeah.
So funny, bro. I swear to God, I love it. I think It's the future right now, and that's why I enjoy also being here, because I realize that when you're put in a position and you don't have a choice, and you realize it's up to you, man, bro, that shit is heavy.
You need to. It's either you go hard or
you go home.
Yeah.
And I ain't going home, bro. I'm not going home, bro. I'm not finished.